Hello all. Well, I am just leaving my son and his girlfriend and my granddaughter went out to dinner. It was nice. And then went back there. My son works at Whole Foods, so gets a discount. So got tofu, 4 packs of tofu. So it's nice. I mean, it's only $1.99, so, but he gets 30% off, so what the hey. But I would like to know, somebody posted on my New Jersey singles group, and every day they post something interesting, and this one lady posted where she went on a blind date, which she's really opposed to blind dates. She hasn't really dated in a couple of years, but her friend, she got sick of the dating apps, and her friend said to her, oh, I know this guy, he'd be perfect for you. Oh, and she sings and this guy plays guitar. So, and he's played in bands, so she said, okay, well, and one of the things she said, she's like, well, he knows, he's around my age and all this, and she's like, oh, yeah. So, she, said someone who has to be at least, and I touched on this, at least believe in a higher power. And I was like, wow, that's weird, because I was just saying that to you guys. And so she was hesitant, but she decides, okay, I'll meet him. Okay. So she does. And he, they met at this restaurant, and he turned around and, he doesn't say much, when they meet at the place, and she got there a little early, so he came in. And now I'm thinking he had to have seen a picture of her. Well, I guess no, blind date, you don't, but I would have at least asked for a picture. Sorry, I would have. Let me see his picture so I know who I'm meeting. So, I don't know why. I'm starting to yawn. Well, it's Friday. And so, blind date. So they don't know what each other looks like. And they're talking, drinking an appetizer, and about, and they're having what she thinks is a nice conversation. And then she says, oh, do you want to, I'm really hungry. I could, use dinner. He's like, no, I'm going to leave. And he puts his coat on. Nice meeting you. Good luck to you. She was startled, like, okay. It was like very abrupt, she said, the way he left. And so she just stood there and watched him walk out, and the bartender said, boy, what a dick. I guess the way, she said it was very rude and abrupt the way he left. And so she actually gave her a meatball sub, and she said it was very delicious. So she got a free dinner out of it because she felt bad for her. So she, said to her, text her friend after about a half hour after the shock wore off. And she's like, oh my God, I don't know him to be like that. That's very out of character. I can't believe it. Well, the next day he texts this mutual friend of theirs and says, How dare you fix me up with an old woman? Well, he was in his 40s and she's in 59. So she said there was about 12 to 15 years difference. Now, you think her friend would have mentioned this. She said he knows my age and, and all this stuff. And you think my friend would have mentioned to him. And even if you're not interested, you think she's too old for you. A mutual friend set you up. You obviously had a very nice, dialogue going, conversation, and then to abruptly leave. I think I would have handled it differently. I think he should have said, "Oh, it was very nice to meet you. I'm sorry, but there is an age difference. Our friend so-and-so, whoever the friend was, did not mention that. And I apologize, but, I'm not interested in dating someone that much older than you. You seem very nice, and I really wish you luck." Instead of like, "Nope, I'm out of here. Good luck to you." Like, after an hour, like, I really was like, I would have been blown away too. Like, first of all, I would have had to say to him, if he was 40 something, I was 59, and I would have said, "Oh, so-and-so did not mention your age." And I wouldn't have been comfortable dating somebody in their 40 somethings right now. No, I'm 57. So I would have had to say, "Listen, I'm really sorry. I'm not comfortable in dating someone so much younger than me." And I have a feeling this guy would have said, "Thank God." I mean, the mutual friend said, "I can't believe it. It's not in his character to be." And like, well, I guess you don't know him as well as you think you know him. And we touched on that. But also, another thing that was brought up was ironically, how do you get over somebody that you were seeing and you really fell in love with them and then they ended it? And, and I'm like, it's similar to me and my friend trying to get over these guys that we know is, and one of the things they put up, and I might have said this, actions are not intentions. So just because they're saying all this stuff to you, they're, and I'm like, well, that goes hand in hand. And I was a little disappointed because it said to put a selfie up, and if someone puts a heart on your selfie, they wouldn't mind if you message them. If you put a heart on someone's selfie, obviously, same thing. So a couple of people who have interacted, when we've posted different things, they have interacted with me. So, and I think they're nice, and, just, I go on their Facebook, they don't realize you can see their profile. So I am like, okay, and nothing. I got not one, and you can even put a like. That means they like the picture, you spark their interest, but not interested in right now messaging. And evidently they do this every once in a while. So I guess I'm really looking forward to next weekend. And this big event and see if anything comes of it. I don't know. I'm getting a little discouraged. Do I have the perfect body? No. But I gave birth to 2 kids via C-section. I had a hysterectomy. And basically what the doctor has told me, my stomach muscles are shot from being cut so much. So, okay. And I actually had a tumor removed from my one ovary. So I had my uterus removed and then my ovary. One ovary and then the other ovary. So all had tumors. So I've been cut there so many times. My doctor's like, your stomach muscles are just shot and you're just going to have this pouch, which I can't stand. So, but I'm working on myself as far as my body, and I'd like to lose weight, and just because to be healthier. And I don't know, I just feel like some of these men don't have the perfect bodies. And I met a guy that was, you know, he didn't have a huge belly, but he had the dad bod belly. He was not thin. He was not very heavy, but he was overweight by probably about 40, 50 pounds. Very tall. And he's like, you know, first reached out to me, whatever. And then I'm assuming he reached out, just saw my picture, didn't see, you know, my full body length, because I have to on there. And he's like, you know what, I don't think you're my type of person. And we only exchanged a couple of emails, like messages through the site. And it was basically, what do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? And one other question. So it was like 3 back and forth. And then I'm assuming he looked my pictures, whatever. And I'm like, you're not. But I'm the same. I mean, you like what you like. My one cousin, and what are you doing, idiot? Are you kidding me? Like, my one cousin, she's very tall and thin. She's like 6 foot. Very thin. Her husband, and they call them Wilma and Fred, and they went as a costume one time, Wilma and Fred Flintstone. And he's a big guy like Fred Flintstone. And some very tall, thin women, some short, thin women are attracted to bigger guys, and some bigger guys are attracted to smaller women. I like a guy. I've had guys like this one guy who ran every day, worked out, and very much attracted to, and he said, you are the smallest woman, and I was heavier than I am now. You are the smallest woman I've ever got out with. And I'm like, wow. He just loves a big woman. Very attracted to a big woman. And I'm like, wow. And so everybody likes what they like. So big guy might be attracted to smaller women. But I'm attracted to a bigger guy. Not a huge guy, but a bigger. And, you know, a dad bod, maybe like a little extra, not so overweight or out of shape or unhealthy. Because there aren't, like me, I'm very active. I mean, like I said, my friend who is like a size 0. She's like, she hates exercising. She does not eat good. And, well, I shouldn't say she doesn't eat good. She eats good. But she loves her. I mean, she could eat way more than me. And she said, you're probably healthier than me. And I've had other people say that to me. That are the same size as me, that are smaller than me. I mean, not a size 0, but... And they're like, you're probably healthier than me because I don't exercise. I don't like to, and I won't. I just don't want to. So, what is this guy doing? Like, up my butt. First of all, this guy was in the middle of the intersection. Was a 4-way stop. I mean, a 2-way stop. And he was on the side, and he was through, like a half a car length through. And then he turned behind me, and he's like up my butt. Like, if you have an emergency and you're headed somewhere that you have to get to, guess what, dude? You put your flashers on. Oh my God. He's so annoying. I'm like, well, now I'm getting up to the speed limit because I just went through a stop sign. But I've been doing like 45 is the speed limit. I've been doing like 45 to 47. Sometimes even 48 because this guy's up my ass. So annoying. But yeah, so we like what we like. But I don't know. I've been getting discouraged lately. And I know I shouldn't. And I need to get my ass. I mean, I've been walking again. Walking with my dog and walking almost 10,000 steps, and I got a lot of steps in at work because I'm, even though I'm in and out of my car, I am running here and running there. And when my boss calls me, I walk to her office, and then I walk back to my desk. I walk in the back when I need to get something in the back. So, I mean, constantly, those steps. And I try not to sit for too long. There's some days I do because I need to get things done. But all this week, I was out and about and in the rain and couldn't get close parking spots because, it's the rain. And so I'm walking a distance, even when it wasn't raining. I don't like to park right there. I mean, if it's raining, yes. So... I'm just like, ugh, this guy is like so far up my ass. He went to stop and then he went to go because the light turned green. Well, it doesn't mean the people in front of me are going, jackass. Oh, I hope he turns left. I hope he's not going straight with me. Ugh, left or right, dude? Please tell me you're going left or right. You're not going straight because you're going to be up my ass. Oh, thank God he's going left. Like, you're a fucking moron. Asshole. Oh my God. Like, annoying. Yeah, don't look at me. He's like, I don't see you. But yeah, so I'm just like, because I know I could exercise more. And my jeans feel looser, and I'm not eating as much, and that's why I wanted the tofu, because I want to marinate it. My Pampered Chef came, and I ordered, plus I got sweet and sour sauce, plus I got this Asian sauce from Pampered Chef. So I want to marinate. And I looked up and found this, they say this is the key for tofu. It's some kind of a sauce that you put in, you crumble the tofu and then put it in this sauce and then spread it out on parchment paper, or spray the pan, which I think I'll get parchment paper because then it's easier to clean up. Sorry, my eyes are itchy. This change of the weather, it is 47 now, but it was like 50, almost 60 today. rain tomorrow. So they say, and cook it in the oven. So marinate, cook. So I'm gonna try that. And I decided I found this really great recipe for the chili, and that's how they tell you to do it. So they said they served it to meat and non-meat eaters, and some people thought it was chicken chili, so they couldn't tell. So I'm not telling my nieces and nephews or my sister-in-law, brother-in-law that it is tofu chili. It is vegetarian chili, vegan actually. I don't know if if there's something that it makes it vegan is no dairy, no animal products. But I don't know if there is, I don't think there is any cheese or anything. But I'm making it with rice. So I will make a big, huge pot of rice. I'll probably do the rice the night before. I have off the day before. Whoop, whoop. So glad for that. And so I really need to get my ass to the gym. I probably could have turned. This guy behind me is probably like, lady, you could have turned. I probably could have, but I don't like to if, it's a chance. I can't. And, my face stuff works great. And the problem is it's down already, but it doesn't come like it used to, like pimples would come to a head. I did not have acne in high school, even in my 20s. I did not start breaking out until my 40s. I mean, my friends in high school are like, I hate you. Your face is so clear. Oh my God. And the funny part was I had very oily hair. My sisters had very dry hair, but very oily skin. And they had like cyst-like pimples. I did not. And my friend said, that's weird because usually if you have oily hair, you have oily skin. I'm like, nope. So I was like, nope. So I have more packages that were delivered today, and I hope they're inside. My neighbors are really great about bringing my shit in, and they have. So I had a complaint to Amazon. I ordered Beats, treated myself, as I told you last night, to Beats. And they said between 5 and 7, and then 5 and 8, and then 5 and 10. I mean, it was 7 o'clock when I got the one that between 5 and 10. Or no, 5 and 8. And then it was adjusted, or I don't know what the series of events were in times. So it says delivered. And I look at the picture. It's number 2. I'm number 212. And I called Amazon and I complained because I'm like, this is not the first time. Packages have been lost. They say they're delivered. I don't have a picture and they're not. So this is BS. I mean, it's crazy. It's clearly number 2. They're not paying attention. I am 212, apartment 212. That is not an apartment. They're not apartments, they're townhouses up the street. So I walked in my slippers and went and got my package. I rang the doorbell, waited like about 3 minutes, give or take. And then I rang the doorbell again because I figured, okay, if they're sleeping, nothing. So then I turned around and I just took the package. And I'm like, I have proof that it was my package. So I have a picture. I have a picture of their door. So, and those they were half price. So I mean, good deal, but still expensive. So I was really pissed off about that. So, but yeah, I need to really, I mean, I've been doing walking. I have been walking through the neighborhood, not so much at night, but I walk at least twice for 45 minutes. Sometimes 3 times. 3 times, if it's a third time, it's probably half hour. But I'm hitting 10,000 steps for the day. And the weekends, which tomorrow's raining, I am walking up, down, and around, and I'm getting in my steps even without the dog. So with, besides walking the dog, I'm getting 10,000 steps and then the dog. So I don't know. She'll go out. I'm going to take my granddaughter to the America Dream Mall. They're having an egg hunt, and I signed up for it. And then I signed up for the Easter Bunny, take pictures with the Easter Bunny. And then I get an email today, later in the day, that there was more overwhelming response, and for the safety of the kids and blah, 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 blah. You have been changed to March 16th at 12:30. And I wrote back and I said, this does not work. We apologize. I hope this email finds you well, blah, blah, blah. We apologize. So I said, this is not going to work for me. Because I only have my granddaughter this weekend. It's the only weekend I have her before Easter. So I have to come tomorrow with her. And if you do not change it, you're going to have one very upset 5-year-old. Because I made it's separate from the Easter Bunny. They're both sponsored by the mall. But they're 2 different things. And I know it's free. But I didn't tell my granddaughter. But I was going to have to find... And then I'm like, okay, I got to go up there. She's got to get online for the Easter Bunny. She's going to see that there's an Easter egg hunt. And guess what? She can't participate because they switched me to next week. So they, of course, wrote back. I went into a lot of other stuff because I was like, I'm really upset, blah, 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 and all this stuff. So she wrote back and she said, we had a cancellation, BS. You're in tomorrow for 10 o'clock. So she's probably like, she wanted 10:30. But my granddaughter's getting dropped off at like 8:30. So I'm going to get up early. I really have too much crap in my car. I really have to take some of it out because it's baby shower stuff. And I have to really organize it before, it's teen stuff. So I want to put together her diaper bag that I got that she wanted and throw all the little stuff in there. And I was going to wrap everything. No. So I'm just stuffing it in the diaper bag. And I think I have mostly everything to put in the diaper bag. There's a front thing. I'll put wipes in there. There's side things. There's a zipper part. So it's just going to get stuffed with crap. So that I got. And because the 23rd, I'm having people over and the shower's not until the 7th. So I have to organize it very well. And I have plates for Easter. I have my tofu. I have my leftovers from tonight, which was it was very thin crust pizza, brick oven pizza, loaded white pie, no sauce. I figured I don't need that bothering my stomach. And it had ragat, mozzarella, olive oil, roasted garlic and olive oil, and pesto. Oh, very good. My son, I had 2 pieces. My son, there was 8. There's 2 left. So my son had 4. So he's like, oh, you don't want to take this home, right? I'm like, no, if you're going to eat, go. And then he's like, then when I said, and he's like, I thought you weren't going to take it home. Because he said, no, that doesn't need to buy. I said, no, there's 2 pieces left. I'll take it home. I was like, I meant if you eat it all, I don't care. I'm not going to take it home. But I'm not going to leave 2 pieces. I can have them like Sunday before I have John Mellencamp. Oh my God, I'm so freaking excited for this concert. I have not seen him in years. I've probably seen him 25 times. I used to be in nosebleeds. I have started going to concerts as soon as I could after I graduated high school, because my mother didn't allow us. The first time we went nosebleed, no. The first time I got really low seats and I found out he had a fan club and that's how you get good seats, was my boss's daughter and her sister had got the chicken pox as adults. Not fun. And they couldn't go. And they gave me the tickets. I was like, oh my God. Me and my stepsister went. And oh my God. We were so close. We were on the floor, like, I want to say 7th row. And then the Garden State, well, I say Garden State Art Center, PNC now. And I went there, very close seats, a couple of times. My sister-in-law went with me once. And the one time I went, the girl that I worked with was going to the she said she got lawn seats. And I said, oh, I have lawn seats too. But, because he was playing there, he was playing to PNC, then to Jones Beach, and then back to PNC. And I'm glad I picked the seats, because you could only get 2 tickets. The seats. Who did I go with? I don't know. I think I went with the ex-husband. We were dating at the time. I think he went with me. And we were really close. And then the closest I've gotten is 3rd row. And then he went to Jones Beach. He didn't make the Jones Beach concert because he had a heart attack. And so then they canceled PNC the next night. And I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, oh, thank the Lord. I picked seats for the first one and not lawn, because up close and personal. And then after kids, I went to Camden. I went to, again, PNC. My sister-in-law went with me, and John Bon Jovi came out, sang a couple songs with him. My sister-in-law could not breathe, because as much as she loves John Mellencamp, she loves John Bon Jovi even more. Then, where else did I see him? Camden. Oh, the Borgata. Again, very close. Me and my sister Lisa went. And then he hadn't toured for a while. There was a gap where he hadn't toured. And then when he started touring again, I went, and again, fan club. And I don't remember. It had to be, maybe it was Madison Square. I don't think Madison Square Garden. I think he's played that in a long time. And then in the last 5 years, I don't think I've gone to see him, because I just didn't have the money. And when he was coming around, I'm like, listen, the dude's going to be 73. You just never know when his last concert's going to be. So, and now they're doing an Outlaw concert, him, Willie Nelson, and whatever, June 30th at PNC. I'd love to get seats for that. Because there's a bunch of people that I'd love to see. But it depends on how much they are. They're probably expensive. But the radio station I listen to, 107.1 The Boss, I believe, is giving away tickets. So I'd love to win them to go there. And so we're in tier 1, which there's like the level seats. I've never been to this arena. It's the Cure arena. No, it's not the Cure. It's the NJ Pack. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah. So I am tier 1. So then there's like the floor, and then there's tier 1. So, and we're right in the beginning of the tier 1. So that should be awesome. So they were giving away tickets. You could win them. Call in to the radio station that I listen to. But I think it was real early in the morning, like 6 a.m. I'm sorry, John. I love you very much, Mr. Milligan. But I could have had Alexa like wake me up and do that, but whatever. So, but I need to get inside and walk my doggy, and she's probably so excited to see me. So, and I'm not going to get to bed as early as I would like to, but I am. So, I don't live little different things. Point Pleasant shirt today. Point Pleasant Beach. I purposely went without a hoodie because I knew it was going to be colder on the boardwalk. I think it was like September or maybe March, April. I don't know. It was right before the summer or right after the summer, and I purposely went without one so that I'd have to buy a new one because my Jersey Girl one was so stained. It was pink, and it got real light pink, and I was like, oh, I gotta stop wearing it. I love it, but I gotta stop wearing it. So, alrighty. So, you probably won't hear from me until tomorrow night. Tomorrow's a little bit gonna be I'm trying to keep busy tomorrow because tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of a hard day. It is when Frank and I went on our first real date, March 9th. So that's what we go by, because before it was meeting, and yeah. So, but yeah. So it'll be a little 12 years ago. So I can't believe he's in April. He'll be gone 11 years. It's crazy. So, but I'm keeping busy. I have to get my book. I have to get my Kindle out tonight and fire it up and get my book that I'm supposed to be reading, because I think it'll be cheaper on the Kindle. If it's not, then I'm ordering it from Amazon. I'd prefer a book, but it's usually cheaper on the Kindle. And the Kindle, you can do boop, 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 boop. And I've learned to enjoy the Kindle. So, all right. So, I will talk to you all later. Have a good Friday night. Bye.